know if it's actually in my Google Docs right now.
Because you have the harpy, the fairy, and the snake lady that were just made,
Yes.
and the 3 goblins.
The 3 goblins. I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to double check on that.
No, I got you covered. I'm already going through because I.
Oh, there we go. Well, then, fantastic.
Yeah, no, they're still there.
Cool.
Hence what again. So I wanted to ask since I knew I was getting asked on my end.
Valid. I mean, I wouldn't be too opposed to it. And hello, Cheesecake Warrior. How are you doing today?
We can handle that after.
Sounds like the plan.
I just remember them wanting it since I knew their birthday was recent, so.
Valid.
Or something like that.
Valid. Alright. So, today is going to be a little bit on the different side. Because I've been looking around trying to figure out how to get a job as a concept artist and all that fun jazz. And the only downside is that I don't have enough stuff showing concept art and all that fun jazz. So, we're going to make it. Because I'll be damned if I cannot get a job as a concept artist or an animator or anything like that. Because, damn it all, I will. Let's see what... It just jumps back. Okay, so I still need to... Oh, okay, so I did... Okay, there we go. Okay. So I still need to set that up later on and finish that up. But my brain cells are slowly diminishing, so don't worry about it.
Big mood.
Good golly.
Are you looking forward to the next few months, by the way?
Partially, yes.
It seems like we're actually gonna get a lot of good cold weather. So we can actually enjoy the snow this year. Remember the last 2 years where it didn't snow much at all?
Honestly, the more snow days there are, the happier I will become. Because right now, I am just, like, dead.
Which means you can actually sit at home and not have to worry about the comic book shop for a small bit, because those days would be very hectic to actually run.
Exactly.
Which means more stream days, question mark.
True. And also, if I can get to a point where I can get into some sort of gig where I can do art and all that fun jazz, I'd be super uber happy. I mean, freelancing can get you so far in life, but the deal is that if you can get something steady, by all means, get something steady.
Yeah.
There we go. And these were just quick doodles I did while just chilling. So we're actually going to take these characters and make them into actual workable designs. How are we going to do that whenever it comes to character designs and sheets and all that fun jazz? Well, because here's the deal. I'm not a one-trick pony. Like most people know or don't know. I can actually do more than just big titty girls and stuff like that. I actually can draw other things.
I'm here for the frog.
I'm here for the frog.
I am here for the frog. I'm not gonna lie, that frog looks great. Love him already.
He's just, if I remember right, he's the first one I designed. In because it was late at night. I was chilling with my wife, and basically I was looking online to see, where can I get a gig? And I was looking everywhere, and all I could find was, there's concept artists for monsters. And I was like, well, I can design monsters. It's nothing too difficult. Monsters are actually kind of easy. Especially if we're going with more along the lines of something that's similar to Rayman Origins or something like that. I can do that in a heartbeat.
If you're talking fantasy, I'm pretty sure you could do most of that as well. Stuff.
Yeah.
On that front.
But then whenever I started looking into my own designs, rather than oh, can you do this, do that? I'm like, oh, well, the majority of the ones I've been commissioned for has been nothing but, oh, can you draw this big titty goth girl or this big titty freaking, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? I mean, it's funny because I actually enjoy drawing horror or characters that just look weird because I like the weird and macabre, and I never really get to stretch my legs on that.
Me and you are what we do. And then you have me and your personas itself, and we're just simple as shit.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, when it comes to different character designs, the reason why I designed those characters to be simple in that aspect, like say Natasha and Juniper, the reasons why I designed them that way was because yes, they're a part of fanfare, because all it is to garner people to be like, oh, come to the page. And whenever it comes to other things, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy designing random monsters and random alien creatures because I mean it's so much fun. But the downside is I never get anybody to ask me to design anything like that for them.
Now that I think about it, there's a few I can think of that'd be cool to see concept-wise if you want monster ideas. Got a few.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that whenever it comes to a concept artist, that's their whole entire job, the whole entire shtick, is that people come up with ideas and then they concept them out. Technically speaking, with the character sheets and stuff like that, I mean, that is concept art. So thusly, I do have a lot of years of experience doing concept art. But the deal is that also, most people are looking, whenever it comes to a concept artist, they are looking for a concept artist whenever it comes to character art, to landscape art, everything like that. They roll it all into one. So thusly, if you're a concept artist, you are wearing multiple hats because you're not just a character artist or anything like that. No. Or you are a character artist, you are a landscape artist, you are literally everything. And you have to understand your lighting, all that fun jazz, and it is just hell. So, I mean, yeah, I want to do concept art, so basically, what I'm going to do is do that, and I'm going straight from digital. So it basically makes it so that, there we go, and let's edit, transform, flip horizontal.
You said alien. I had a very dumb idea come to mind. You ever see how people like to do aliens? Sometimes just do it small. What's like small UFO type deal?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried making an alien design that's purely like more slimed based? Like it's more of a goop based deal?
Oh, I've made slime creatures all the time. They're a lot of fun.
They are fun.
I've made slime creatures. I've made a whole slew of different creatures. The fun part is that, well, I think those ones were ones that were just on pencil and paper, and I have no way to get those pieces of paper back.
That's why I'm suggesting, if you're gonna do fantasy stuff, one of the other few things I can think of is slimes, some type of troll. I was thinking like a more older type, if you're going for more like a Rayman style thing, for example, here.
Mm-hmm.
So probably more of an older looking troll with like a very like old styled wooden stick / mallet. The man looks like he's been around long enough.
Valid. Oh wait, this one's actually gonna be behind because this eyeball was behind before.
Yeah, from what I can see. Why I majorly use that as example is as well for more like aged characters as well for concepts, especially for showing wear on creatures that have been out there long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be able to show detail with your concept work.
There we go.
They also, if I'm correct, those kind of jobs also do weapons and stuff like that as well.
Do weapon,
Like,
literally everything. Concept artists just basically get every nook and cranny of everything. So that's the joy of it. And honestly, I mean, it's a lot of fun because you're coming up with new character designs, all that fun jazz. The hardest part is just being able to imagine the character in a 3D space and having turnarounds, stuff like that, so that the 3D modelers, whenever they come out and try to, well, design the character, it's actually possible. Because if you don't design the character with the idea of 3D space, of, oh, you'll be able to see this character from all angles, and it would make sense. If you don't do that, then you basically screwed yourself over and screwed any 3D artist over that has to go through and make that character in a 3D space. Or they just have to work harder, and then they're going to be pissed off at you. I honestly
yeah.
have not had any of my designs transferred over into 3D from another person. I've had it myself do it, but not anybody else go through and do it to a character that I designed.
Do you know how to use Blender?
Oh, yeah. I got bored and I learned it within about a couple weeks.
Also, side question. I had a thought because I bring up the weapon thing for examples.
Mm-hmm.
You know the goblin I have? Well, you should know because
The one that gets prison shanked every 5 seconds? Yes.
The thing is with her, I've also wanted to get. I wanted to eventually come back to get another ref thing because they use Roll20, so I know tokens are going to be a thing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
She uses 2 family-based daggers, so more so based on her own design. And I was thinking, eventually we could just try to make that so we actually look, so I have something to look at with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking that'd be a fun side thing you could do if you wanted to work on weaponry study again.
I'll see what I can do. Now, the hard part with this guy is that whenever you're trying to design this character, you're having to remember, okay, on this side of his head, you have the big eyeball. And what you're trying to do is trying to make sure that you have similar to how this part right here, that part, I'll circle it, is going farther back. You have to come over here to make sure that it's farther back as well. Because I actually had it so that it was a little bit too far forward. And now it looks like he's derping hard. And also I think the eyeball on this one is a little bit too big, so we're going to shrink that down real fast to keep it into correct proportions. There we go. And also I'll probably do a straight back one to show what the character looks like straight from the back, straight from the side, and also from an angled view. And I will probably be looking at character sheet references to figure out what type of layout I would want, because I'm also going to do emotes, walking, mouth open, mouth closed, to show what this character could look like potentially. Because the whole entire purpose of this is to make sure that you know what your character looks like, and you portray to others, this is what this character looks like, and if you ever need to draw them from any angle, you can basically look at this sheet and be like, okay, this is how I draw from this angle, from that angle. Same thing I do whenever I have to design characters for people that want character sheets or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever it comes to character sheets, it's exceptionally helpful for any artist. If somebody's like, hey, I want a commission, and then the artist goes, okay, what character do you want? And they're like, oh, I want this character. Can you do it, this character in whatever style, your style, whatever? And it's like, okay, cool. And if you send them a piece that has been rendered, has tons of different lighting and everything like that, they're not going to get the correct lighting or the correct color out of that piece unless they continuously backtrack to figure out exactly which color is which, because even eye dropping it, there's times where I eye drop something and I'm like, okay, this is definitely the color. Turns out that it's not the color at all, because the other colors that were put on top of it changed the base color. And let's see, his eyes are going to be a little bit closer together. So that's why character sheets are so gosh dang amazing. And also, if you're ever wanting to, like, say, make a comic, make an animation, do anything like that, having a character sheet for that character is muy importante. The reason being is because if your animators are sitting there and trying to animate, and they look over and they're like, okay, I want to know exactly what character we're animating. I want the whole entire 9 yards whenever it comes to the deets. And you send them a picture of, let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. You send them a picture like this. It'll take a second. You send them a picture like this. And then it's just like, okay, what does she look like from behind? What does she look like from the side? She's sitting, so I don't know her proportions. I don't know how long her legs are compared to her arms. I don't get it. I don't understand. And also, whenever it comes to it, it's just like, okay, I want to know what all the article clothing is. Like, in the back over here, I mean, is that cloth? Is that going to be metal? Because there's metal up front. How long is this piece of cloth? And also, this is in grayscale with red. So, I mean, is she, like, what's her skin tone? Is her skin... I'm taking a wild guess she's Caucasian? Maybe? Maybe she's a light brown. I don't fucking know. So, that's the important thing. And also, like, this guy. What is his skin tone? What's his eye color? What is the horn color? What is his teeth color? All I can tell is that it's grayscale and red. It makes no sense. So, if you send that to, like, say, an artist, and you go, hey, I want you to draw a piece of this person, they're just going to color drop whatever they have and call it good because, well, they don't know. They don't know, like, oh, actually she was supposed to be light skin, dark. And it's like, oh, well, I could not tell at all from what you sent me. Do you have a better reference? I can't tell you how many times I've had to ask for better references from people because they'll send me something and I'm just like, I cannot work with this because I have no clue on how this character even looks. This makes no sense to me. Well, yeah, that's my little 2-cent rant for the day as an artist. There we go. So now we have him partially front, not fully front, partially front, side, partially back, full back, and actually what I can probably do also is shrink this down a little bit, pull it to the side, and this is just basically a turnaround of this character. Now, if this is just a background character, is this very necessary? Like, if this character is not going to be 3D modeled, it's just going to be a sprite, and they literally only sit like this, and they might yawn. I don't need all of it, but it's good to know, just in case if this character does do more. And heck, this character could just be a background character that just sits there the whole entire time and blinks slowly and stares off into space. He's adorable. He's sit. And he's adorable. I freaking love him.
Yeah, exactly. He sit, and that's all you need.
Exactly.
Maybe he spits out bubbles every so often. That'd be great.
Yeah, he could spit out bubbles. Or he could just sit there and actually, he's like the mayor of the town that you walk into. And then the people are just like, all hail the mayor. He is all-knowing and all-powerful. And you're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This guy does not look like he has a damn thought behind that big old eyes of his. And it's just like, he sits there and apparently he's actually enlightened and knows everything. And you're just like, oh shit, now I feel like an asshole.
And then you just see him, he just has like a top hat on. He just just lifts it up by a little bit by yawning and then just drops back down.
No, he has telekinesis, and that's how he
Okay.
moves everywhere.
He floats.
He
Man,
floats. It's just like, sir, can you please
Also-
get out of my way? And then he just like floats up and just hovers away. And it's like, what the fuck? And you're like, what? It makes sense.
It works. Hey, don't judge me. If it works, it works.
Is that a shark?
Read the top.
Sharknado. Oh my gosh. I've actually watched every Sharknado.
But if you see hurricane footage, they're actually in the search streets
Oh
for the
my
flooding here in
gosh.
Florida. So when it says I will raise you a Cat 4 plus Sharknado.
The bad part is that whenever it comes to the hurricane, I didn't know there was a hurricane about to hit until I walked up and my mother-in-law was like, "Up, and here comes a hurricane." And I was like, "Here comes a what?" She's like, "Yeah, there's a hurricane in Florida." I was like, "Oh shit, okay. Do I have friends in Florida? I don't know, probably. I wonder if they're okay. I don't know. Probably haven't talked to them in decades. I wouldn't be surprised if I knew quite a few people in Florida. If we have any people that are watching the stream from Florida, please stay safe. That shit crazy.
Comments get. Yeah, no, you're. Wait, comments on what?
Huh?
Oh, I wish the animation industry wasn't such in shambles. Thanks to
Oh! I'm sorry, my brain completely, fried for itself. Fried for a second. Yeah, that is true. The animation is completely in shambles due to all this bullshit. Like, honestly, it makes no sense to me. And it pisses me off royally. Actually, I even watched a new animation from HBO, not HBO, from Hulu today. That was the Antichrist one. And it was actually kind of adorable.
I didn't hear if that was actually good or not.
It's adorable to a point, but also the same breath, it's just kind of like, eh.
I saw that Don't Hug Me I'm Scared show that got released. I sat through that. Recently.
Wait, what got released?
You remember Don't Hug Me I'm Scared?
Oh, yeah! Fucking love
That
that.
TV show came out. It was really... The TV show just came out like a few days ago over in the UK, but since you can't actually get it here, most people just play it online. I've seen it that way, and it's really good.
Oh, shit. I'm just trying to figure...
It's really good. It's like an hour and a half worth of...
Is it like for kids still? Like, I know originally it wasn't for kids.
It's still the audience that they were going for.
Okay, good. I was just making sure on that.
It is still chaotic and acid trippy as it should be.
Holy hell!
They didn't water it down. It is as good as it was on YouTube. It's good.
Oh, that's good. That's fantastic.
Oh, I bring it up, but yeah, no, the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared show.
I want to see the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared so bad. That just sounds amazing.
I actually have the playlist for it if you want to watch that at some point.
Hell yeah! Send it my way.
If it isn't removed.
If it is not removed. Valid. But no, I've been pissed off at Cartoon Network. I've been pissed off at Disney. I've been pissed off at almost every single, it's just so fucking stupid. They apparently gave the lead character more personality. Oh, that's awesome. But I've been pissed off at all these apparent animation juggernauts, and they've been just jacking around, being assholes. I mean, the whole entire owner or the person that was running Cartoon Network, and they decided to do nothing but live action shows at that one time. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then Disney did it too.
WK back. Let's go get Andrew WK.
Oh, it's just, I don't get it. Why?
The fact that not many many people know who he is still makes me laugh.
It makes
Love his music though. His
Yeah.
music's good though.
Wait, whose music? One more time? I forgot.
Andrew WK.
Oh, Andrew W. Yeah. Music's actually really decent.
His music's really good. He has the right energy to be as chaotic as he is. It's great.
Oh, yeah. But
But yeah, no, now you can actually watch that show. And like Cheesecake Warrior said as well, they gave the main characters more personality. So
that
it
is
actually
good.
it gets more interesting.
That is
I will
so good.
say if you're going in order, it's you'll understand the pattern, but it's fun. It is a
Valid.
good time.
It just, I'm still, like, seething whenever it comes to just thinking about some of the big animation juggernauts and what they've done, and it's just oof. Just a big oof. I mean, don't get me wrong, I grew up in the 90s. The animation stuff was not the best back then, it certainly wasn't the worst, and it's just... And now I'm trying to get into the business, and it is heavily guarded. Like, there was one that was like, oh yeah, we'll take people that are from, I mean, that's been in the industry for a while, or also just brand new to the industry. And I'm just like, oh yeah, you would totally do that. And then they also said, basically, oh yeah, you need at least 2 or 3 years of experience, or worked on a AAA game. And I'm just like, so I have to work on a AAA game or have 2 to 3 years of experience. And you said that this is a good job for entry level, straight graduating from college. And those people do not have that. And I'm just sitting here. I am about 5 seconds away from just starting up my own studio and saying, fuck all of you, and I'm going to make my own studio.
That would be interesting.
It would be. And I would just sit there and continuously say fuck off to the other people whenever it comes to just like, oh yeah, I mean, you have to have this much experience. I'm like, fuck off. If your art's good, you work for me. Done.
Would I still be a secretary?
Yes.
Good.
Just pisses me off that whenever it comes to any job that somebody's looking for, it's like, oh, I want to get a job doing animation. Oh, do you have 4 or 5 years plus of experience in animation? No.
No.
Well, fuck you. You won't be able to get this job. Well, this is an entry-level job, is it? Yeah. But you have to have experience. How the fuck am I supposed to get the experience if you won't hire me? Well, it looks like it sucks to be you. I'm like, are you kidding me? Take a chance. Hot damn.
Take a chance. It might actually make you money. If not, it'll make someone else money.
Yeah, and the thing is that fucking take a chance, and the downside is that some people won't take a fucking chance, and I'm like, if their art's good, if they show that they can actually do it, why not give them a shot? Oh, we only do that to people that we know. Like if somebody vouches for you, I'm like, the fuck you mean? So I have to get to know people to be able to even get this job? Because I have to have somebody... Ugh, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, the scenario of just insulting and just saying, what are friends?
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, now I'm going to have to go make friends, and I'm going to have to basically use these friends in order to get the job. Yeah, and teach you how to work, yes. The only downside is that when it comes to animation or anything else, it's just more along the lines of, they go, oh yeah, we'll teach you. And the thing is that trying to get those types of jobs is basically a shit show. The only way to get into that point would be becoming an intern, and you're basically unpaid, or if you can find a paid one, good luck. I mean, I tried to get an internship, and that fell through. Because instead of being, oh yeah, so are you 6 months out of college? And I'm like, no, I'm 7 months out of college. Which I thought, oh yeah, they would want their people to be honest, right? And like, oh yeah, fuck you. You're 7 months. I'm like, what does the seventh month do? Does it just am I a banana where I will spoil in about a second? Is that what goes on? Can't even make me into banana bread?
Can you turn it? Do we turn the difficulty into hard mode and we have insta death on?
Basically. And also, whenever it comes to some of the big animation giants, they always have the bullshit things of like, oh, if you draw anything while here, I mean, it's owned by the company. It's like, well, I'm not even on the clock. Well, it's owned by the company. What the fuck you mean it's owned by the company? I'm on my own time, designing these characters on my own time, and this is not for you guys. Well, I mean, you are employed by us, so it's owned by us now. Ugh. Or whenever you try to hop on something and it's like, oh yeah, this seems really cool. I mean, I understand that this is not a paid gig, and I kind of want to have fun and do this just for fun. And then whenever they come out and it's actually, they're treating it more like a job rather than just for fun. Oh, that'd be fun. I wish they would release a lot of things. And also, it's fucking hard to get into comics. Like, working at a comic book shop, I was going, oh, you know, it would be really fun just to learn how to become a comic book artist. Why not? Wonder how I can do that. And I was looking it up, and I'm like, holy shit, this is hard. Like,
side note.
Uh-huh.
The Farley cut of Shrek comment. I realized something with that. It's gonna probably not happen.
It could.
People want it to, but again, when people realize who the hell owns it, the chances are lower than you expect.
Oh, Disney owns it. Disney owns it now because I think DreamWorks is now owned by Disney.
Yeah. It's in the vault now, Chief.
Oh gosh, and they're gonna charge you out the ass for you to even view it.
That rat owns you now.
Uh-huh. Oh boy.
Brings out a blowtorch.
Basically.
Time to commit arson.
Golly. Somebody was telling me that Mickey Mouse is going to go into public domain.
Public domain in 2 years? Yes, sir.
I still don't see how Disney's going to let that happen.
Actually, I think I was the one who told you.
Yep. It was last stream, right?
Yep.
Now my brain's remembering things. But honestly, I really do not believe that Disney's going to let that happen.
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for Oswald to be relevant again.
Oh, I was about to say, let's be honest here. There is so much porn of Oswald out on the internet right now. And whenever Disney goes, oh yeah, we own Oswald again, then they're going to go through and buy all that up so that nothing harms their golden boy.
No, joke's on them. They can't re-copyright him.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. But somehow they're going to pay somebody off so they can. And I'm just... Disney just needs to stop. They just need to stop. It's getting out of hand.
Actually, wait, isn't it hitting that area of Florida?
Oh, where Disney is?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it'll put some fire underneath their asses to stop being such assholes.
Also, you are right. Farley Shrek was relatable. That man was great.
Mm-hmm.
That man as an actor was just great. It's just a shame what happened to him.
What happened to him?
Drug overdose?
Oh, yeah! Chris Farley, yeah. My bad. My brain was not functioning on that front. I miss Chris Farley.
Most people miss Chris Farley.
I mean, he was always, like, cracked out on coke and everything else like that whenever he was acting. But still. Tommy Boy was so good. Okay, name one actor that you would want to bring back. Phil Harris. I want Phil Harris back.
I don't know who that is.
What? Okay, so O'Malley the Alley Cat. Baloo.
No. Okay, that one I know.
Yep, that's Phil Harris. His buttery soft voice. Oh my gosh, freaking love him. Straight up, 10 out of 10. I would wish him back.
I'm one of those people that probably just want Farley just back from the grave.
At least to do one more skit.
At least make one more joke.
Living in a van down by the river.
And then it actually comes back near a van down by the river.
That would make that would just be beautiful. Oh yeah, Robin Williams. Bring back Robin Williams too. Oh, I'm sure. Oh yeah. I walk a lonely road. Golly. There's so many people to bring back.
Wow, this road didn't go very long.
Oh yeah.
This lonely road didn't go very long.
What's going on with this road, man? Sorry. We had to go through and fix the potholes. The plot holes. The plot thickens. Yes, this monster now has a dump truck ass. Because for some odd reason, people find it hilarious whenever a big creature like this has a weird looking ass. No.
Is there anything you're looking forward to? Like, just coming out in general? Animation or just...
Oh my gosh. My humor is way too dark.
That's what makes you special.
Yeah. Depression.
Well, you already... No, you already know I find that crap funny too. We've had that discussion. I find that crap.
Exactly. Because once I heard that, and then I was just like, I don't know why, but the first thing I thought was the sweet release of death. You looking forward to coming up, and I'm like, the sweet release of death.
I mean, it's a good answer. You're right.
I mean, that would...
It's an answer.
You know, I've always wondered, actually, whenever it comes to death. Because the deal is that whenever it comes to death, your brain can slow down a lot of different things. I wonder if your brain slows down you dying and making it just absolutely unbearable the whole entire time. So, like, it's like, oh no, that person, he exploded. It's just like, oh yes, the explosion felt like hours to the man, as every single, fraction of his body was exploding. He felt every little thing. He felt his blood boiling, and I'm just like, and this is why I'm not allowed to think. This is why I make myself work all the time, so I don't have to think about this. That is kind of horrible. And I feel slightly depressed even more. Hopefully this doesn't happen. Ah, yes. Paranoia. This is great. Yoink. Look at this guy's antennas. He's so adorable. Just smack his butt. Whoosh. Hi, Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Oh gosh, every time I think of a Mises.
Oh no.
Jerry, how can you be so horrible at golf? I just want to die, man.
Just hit the hole, man.
Just hit it. Just hit the hole. It's not that hard. Why, thank you. Oh, and Bill... Too problematic to be hired again. Bill Cosby, yeah, that's true. And Dave Chappelle, jeez. Aw, George Carlin. You know one movie I don't miss? You ever get a chance to watch the movie? The Black Godfather. Have you ever heard of The Black Godfather?
I think we also talked about that last stream because I said I have seen it. It's just been a while.
Horrible. Have you ever seen Undercover Brother?
No.
What? Undercover Brother, so freaking good. Oh my gosh, I love Undercover Brother. It's the stupidest movie, and the stereotypes are horrible. But oh my gosh, it makes my heart happy. It's like Black Dynamite levels of stupidity. Like, I'm dead serious. I
believe you.
It's so good. It is so good. If I could watch 3 movies for the rest of my life. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, and Undercover Brother. I'd watch those religiously. Oh, yes. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. And for everyone who is just now hopping on, welcome! We are doing concept art. I designed a character here. I took like 10 minutes to design him. Now I'm going through the whole entire concept art phase of doing a turnaround, doing different actions and all that fun jazz, basically making a whole entire character sheet for this character. Yes, a bell-bottom parachute gag. Yes. Oh my gosh, so good. I wish I actually knew actors' actual names. Because I'm terrible and I cannot remember names. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Oh, gave me a fucking heart attack. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just my heart rate rose really rapidly. Oh, gosh. I keep forgetting I turn up my volume all the way so that I can hear. Because I want to make sure that I hear everything. The downside is I know whenever the little jingle happens, fuck, it scares me every time. So the whole entire purpose of this whole entire stream is that I want to work on actually designing creatures and characters and stuff like that. Having more fluff to give whenever it comes to if I submit something and be like, hey, I want to become a concept artist or a character artist or a creature artist. And people are like, do you know how to walk the walk, bitch? I'm like, motherfucker, I know how. Check this shit out. Wham! And they'd be like, oh, damn, he was prepared. He was ready. I'm like, yeah, I was ready. I was born ready. And then they're like, really? Were you born ready? I was like, I popped right out of the vagina with a pencil in my hand and a dream in my heart. Very uncomfortable for my mother. She was not happy about that. My dad laughed. Apparently it was quite funny to my dad. But my mother, she was not having any of that bullshit. I went up to my mother that day with a pencil in my hand and a dream in my heart. And I told her, Mother, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I came out with a pencil in my hand and a dream in my heart. She's like, you better fucking be sorry. You know how hard it is to pass a pencil? I mean, birthing a baby, that's one thing. Birthing a pointy object, that's a whole hell of another thing. This is not college anymore. I don't shove random things up there. where the hell did you get the pencil? And I was like, you know what, Mom? I don't have any clue. It just popped out. Pencil was in my hand. She didn't even question how I knew how to speak English already. No, that was the least of her worries. She's more worried about that damn pencil. Still have that pencil. Sitting right on my shelf. Look at it every day whenever I'm drawing. And I'm like, don't worry, Mom. I'm getting there. Your little boy's getting there. And my mom's like, who the fuck are you talking to? And I was like, Mom, I was talking to you. Didn't realize you were behind me. Holy shit. Where'd you come from? You like a ninja? Why are you in my house? She's like, I'm coming in just to borrow some sugar. I'm like,
deep are you trying to make this joke go?
The bad part is I can do this all fucking day. I get one prompt and I will go for a story for at least a good solid hour or two. I'm dead ass.
No, I believe you. It's just...
Yeah. Dead ass. That's exactly how it works. I'll just keep going. And there's actually a whole entire story that I made from a guy that decided to hold up a guy at gunpoint. And the other guy was like, oh, I'm calling the police. And the police came up. And I had a whole fucking storyline dedicated to the whole entire... I went for over an hour. My coworker was looking at me and was like, are you well? Are you okay? And I was like... And then the doctor said to the man who had the gun pointed at his head, You can survive, I swear. There's no way that you're gonna die today. It was very intense. I mean, somebody in chat, give me a fucking prompt. Let's go. Let's do this. Give me a prompt. Whatever prompt you can think of that I can basically start a story on. Like, start a random fucking thing, and I'll go with it. Come on, chat.
This is a challenge to you.
Somebody sitting there.
If you don't get an answer in a certain point, I have one on my own.
Valid. But all I can think of now is that somebody's sitting there with a pencil and paper, or just recording it and being like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make this into a multi-million-dollar movie. A dinosaur and a pirate meets at the dock. So basically what happened is that this pirate, he had some cargo. This cargo he'd never, ever seen before in his life. He walked onto his beautiful, beautiful pirate ship. And then his first mate comes up and goes, Captain! Captain! Yes, first mate. The cargo, it escaped! The fuck you mean it escaped? It's supposed to be dead, isn't it? There's no way it could be alive. Then the captain realized, oh shit, they're in the Bermuda Triangle, where anything goes. So he runs down to check on the cargo, trying to find this motherfucker. But oh, he was not prepared for what was down there. It was a fucking pterodactyl. Pterodactyl was like, hello, Jim. And the captain looked at him and was like, how the fuck do you know my name? Oh, new VTuber model. No, it's not a new VTuber model. I'm just practicing whenever it comes to concept art and everything like that. And he goes, how'd you know my name? And it's just like, I've always known. I am your great, 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 great. Well, this, you know how long the show goes. Great, great, great. It goes for a while. Great, 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 great ancestor. And the pirate goes, oh, great, 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 great. A lot more greats. Great ancestor, Chuck. I've only heard about you in stories.
Oh, no.
And then it's like, yes, but now I need your help. Why? Because we're going to take over the damn world.
Oh, God.
I need to know exactly where the Pentagon is. Pentagon? How do you know what the Pentagon is? I was frozen in time.
I'm not going to stop this. It's just...
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was frozen in time. I wasn't stupid. I could still see the world moving. It moved so slow, I had time to reflect. Time to think. And then I thought, we need to take over the Pentagon. Then the captain, realizing that what this dinosaur, this pterodactyl was saying was nothing short but insane. He runs to his first mate and goes, "First mate, there's a pterodactyl. He's my great, continue for a long time, great ancestor Chuck. And he wants to take over the Pentagon. What do you think I should do?" And the first mate looked over at him, stared into his eyes longingly, and goes, "Captain, I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, but there's something I have to tell you." And he goes, "What?" The first mate pulls off his head. Turns out, he's an even smaller pterodactyl. "You were a pterodactyl this whole damn time?" "Yes. What about that night we shared in Tahiti? Was that just some sick trick you did to me?" "No, I truly do love you, Captain." Do you want me to keep going? Because, I can. Tell me, chat. Do you want me to keep going? I can keep going.
I'm just over here losing my mind.
Do you want to know what they did in Tahiti?
I don't think I want to know what they did in Tahiti, knowing what you're making fun of.
I'm waiting for chat to say something. Do you want me to continue? Or do we want to have a new story?
Also, someone commented on the new VTuber model. Or,
Oh!
yeah.
Well, yes. Oh, yeah, because I do have the new PNG tuber. Okay, yes, I do have a new PNG tuber. Oh, keep going. That night in Tahiti was a lie? No, I truly do love you. But it can never work. The captain looks over and goes, "First mate, is it because you're a pterodactyl? And I'm just a lonely captain. It can't work between us." "But what would the kids think?" the captain retorts. And the pterodactyl goes, "The fuck you mean kids? All we did was just chill on the beach and drink smoothies and make fun of people. Where the fuck did the kids come from?" And these half pterodactyl, half human hybrid, just basically abominations, walk out screaming, "Mother, Coleman!" I told you they were real. You didn't believe. Turns out that actually the captain was a scientist who was working on different things whenever it comes to cloning old dinosaurs and stuff. And unfortunately, one day, his yogurt bottle, we're going to call it yogurt bottle, got mixed into the DNA somehow of basically the pterodactyl that was his first mate. But he did not know that it was a pterodactyl.
Y'all caught this.
And basically what happened was this unholy abomination came out, and he assumed that somehow it was his very old, ancient pterodactyl genes from his great, it keeps on going, you understand this joke, ancestor reborn. And whenever it comes to this cargo, he didn't know he was actually taking his great ancestor, that who is a pterodactyl that was frozen in amber. He just thought it was another pterodactyl whenever he first saw it. But no. See, that's where they tricked you.
My brain hurts.
Oh, yeah. No, you didn't even ask me about the other crewmates. I mean, there's a whole entire crewmate that was actually walking around. Is this a joke? I thought you were telling... No, this is not a joke. I'm telling a random ass story that somebody gave me a prompt to. Oh, good gosh. You know what? Let's do a different one. Let's do a different one now. So give me a random prompt, and I'm going to come up with another story. And it can be any prompt.
A robot and alien fall in love with each other. Have fun.
Okay, a robot and an alien fall in love with each other. Got it. In the far, far depths of space, on Jupiter, there was a lonely rover. And most people are like, the fuck? Rovers can't survive on Jupiter because it's a gaseous planet. Needless to say, that's what they thought. But underneath tons of that gas is actually a rock. And on that rock, there you go. Anka is a fucking alien. No, but on that tiny rock, there lived aliens, a whole entire civilization. And they sent a rover to Jupiter, thinking that it's just going to fall through. But NASA did not tell. No, they did not tell the schools that there was actually a planet underneath that planet. And basically what happened was that when this rover landed, it got up and it gained sentience. It gained its AI. And it was unheard of because the AI that the NASA, yes, my brain forgot, the space station gave to this rover was very experimental. And they were like, it could never go AWOL. The only time it could ever go AWOL, and it just happened to be that a certain element on this planet caused the AI to go AWOL and gain sentience. And that was the beginning.
Part of this is just Wally.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Part of this is just Wally.
And then whenever it gained...
I feel like this is where this is going. I feel like this is just a love story between a robot.
No. There's going... Oh, gosh, there's so much more. Whenever this robot gained sentience, it decided to take off its communication to Earth. It said, fuck you. You sent me to this damn planet alone. Just to roll around. You didn't even tell anybody I was coming here. So, it went AWOL. It started rolling around by itself, looking for some way to get off this damn planet. Needless to say, it realized that it did have a drill, so it started drilling down into the crust of Jupiter, looking longingly for anything that it could use to get back to some sort of civilization. Needless to say, it fell through. It found out that the crust was hollow, and there was a whole entire alien civilization living underneath the crust of Jupiter, which is covered by the gas of Jupiter. Nobody would have fucking knew. But oh, some sick, twisted entity knew. And now that little rover was surrounded by all these aliens with tiny eyes and big pitchforks going in a language that it did not understand. But this one alien stopped all the other aliens, made the yes, the aliens actually, I was actually about to say that, that the fumes from the aliens were actually making the gas to cover the planet so that people would not think that there's an actual planet that they would invade. But it was a civilization that was too dumb. It was not smart enough to do interdimensional travel, but it was smart enough to know to keep itself hidden because they were such fragile creatures. But one sole alien, put their life on the line to try to keep all the other aliens from attacking this new thing. They did not know what it was. They don't know what machines are. They only know pitchforks and sticks.
Wait, how did they get pitchforks? If they,
they were made out of rocks. Their sticks are made out of rocks because it's Jupiter. It's an alien planet. Don't question it. The last time they've had any interaction with any outside being was Rick Sanchez. I'm kidding. I'm not pulling Rick Sanchez into this fucking story. Oh, that
please God, no.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Fuck off.
Oh gosh. But whenever the alien came up and put their life on the line, in their language, all the robot heard was... But the aliens, what they heard was a rousing speech of peace and prosperity, and that this is the will of the gods for this thing to come down and for them to learn from this thing, to become better, to not become the savages that they were before, but to learn and to live. Then the aliens promptly killed this other alien, because that alien was speaking blasphemy, and the alien deserved it, so they all stabbed it to death.
To be honest, I'm not surprised.
But
at the same time.
But the rover, witnessing all of this, finally decoded their language and told them, I am from the gods. The gods have sent me. And then the aliens turned around and looked and said, fuck you, we have no gods. And the robot was like, well, it's worth a shot. I am a robot made by man. And they're like, what the fuck is a man? And they're like, I don't fucking know. It's a meat sack. And they're like, well, we all are meat sacks here. So watch your tone. The rover is not getting really any luck right now to get any sort of closure of friends or anything. Apparently, the whole entire alien society thinks that this robot's kind of a douche, thinking that it's better than them. So they start hucking rocks at it. But don't worry. That's not where our love story starts. They end up in Australia. Oh. And basically, whenever the robot was run out of town by all the rocks, it drove as fast as it could, realizing that it was starting to deplete its energy reserves. Finds this hut. Turns out that there was a blind alien living in this hut. This blind alien did not realize that this was a creature from another world, and thinks, is this my lover, my friend, my companion? Have you finally come back to me? The robot realized as it enters this house, was like, oh fuck, I fucked up. This is not a good idea. Yes, it is I. And the alien goes, lover, your voice is so strange. And the robot, channeling through all of its data from the human race, goes, well, I had a vasectomy. That's what caused my voice to change. And the alien glances off in the distance and goes, the fuck is a vasectomy? And the rover goes, well, okay, it's a new... It is a new thing that they have invented here. And apparently it changes our voices. And that's when the robot decided to take the identity of the lover of this alien. And then, after about 20 years, the alien finally realized, because somehow the robot was willing to give sight to this alien. And the alien goes, what? You are my lover? The robot goes, yes, I am. And I have given you the gift of sight. And then the alien goes, what the fuck? This is why you never want to sleep in the same bed, huh? I cannot believe you. How can you lie to me and your 10 kids? And then the rover goes, well, I needed to tell you something. We don't have children. How the fuck do we not have children? I heard their voices. I felt their faces. Turns out the rover actually went over and kidnapped children randomly and posed them as their children, and then whenever the children got smart, he like threw them away and let them go back into civilization. This rover was pretty fucked up, like really fucked up. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that the alien did not notice sooner. I wish they did. But yeah, it's kind of fucked up. And also, I mean, the rover kind of led a revolt against the people who were making the gas. And after that, I mean, let's be honest here, then other planets started coming. I mean, like, planets started invading and killed everyone else off. But the rover kind of fended off a lot of them and kept his lover safe. So yeah, she's now the last of their species. So yeah, fuck. Alright!
That ran for a good 30 minutes.
You're welcome. Now, time for Anka. Or Mobile HAL 9000. Fuck yeah. Oh gosh.
Honestly, I would just like to see how the alien race would have looked like at some point.
This is the alien race. Fuck it. This is the alien race right here.
Actually, no, that makes sense. And of course, the bear doesn't do anything. The bear doesn't do shit.
Bear doesn't do shit? Thank you, Arrow. I put my heart and soul into that story. It's gonna be on Netflix later on.
Oh my.
Fucking some guy's listening and he's like, this would make a great Netflix movie. Oh gosh, please no.
This is what happens when I give a 3-word prompt. 4-word prompt.
Yep. An old haunted mansion. I can't do much with Ankh because, or Anka, whatever her name is. Because it's just gonna derive into the fucking meme. Let's be honest here. Old haunted mansion, vengeful dead lover, dragon in the cellar, somewhere near Welsh border. Holy hell, that's a long prompt. Who likes to have the sixth? We'll say sex instead of the S word. Because I can say fuck and ass and titties. But if I say the S word, oh shit, I mean, I'll be taken down and flagged from Twitch. I forgot what streaming site I was on.
You're technically on YouTube as well, because a lot of people are starting to flock there too, as much as here.
Oh, there is?
No, I'm not saying anyone's currently in. I'm just saying people have been flocking on there too. Like, it's been more active on both ends.
Oh, nice.
The actual, like, streaming.
Yeah, because Twitch is kind of an ass. Hey, Twitch, you hear that? You're a fucking asshole. Love you, Twitch. Not really. You're a fucking asshole. Fight me, Twitch. I call you out. As a discount artist who makes his living drawing titties. I call you out. And say that you're ass.
I wanna do this for fun, and it seems like you're having fun.
Konnichiwa.
If you don't got another prompt. To come back to that goblin.
Goblins?
You wanna help me? I haven't actually thought of a story for Levy other than, like...
Do you want me to come up with a random backstory off the top of my head in 3 seconds?
It'd be funny, plus we could get funny art out of this and no one would understand it other than us.
Okay, what was her name one more time?
That's the goblin you made, so Levy, I believe is how
Levy.
you pronounce it.
Levy,
That
okay.
one, the one that likes belts too much.
Levy. Long, long ago, in a goblin village, there was a small goblin girl who was born to a proud father who was the chieftain of the village. And all he does is pick up Levy, stares deep into her eyes, and goes, "What in the fucking sun? Yeet!" throws her out the fucking window and smacks into a random peddler of belts. Yes, I am telling a different story. A random peddler of belts. The peddler of belts sits there and goes, "What the fuck?" And he's not even a goblin. He's just like a random human that's just walking around selling belts to goblins because, I mean, goblins need belts too. It's like, what the fuck is this? And the baby starts crying, and he like looks over at the chieftain's hut and goes, "Dude, what the fuck, man?" And the chieftain's like, "What? You want to go? You want to go? I mean, I got a fucking whole army right here." And the belt peddler goes, you know what? No, I'm not dealing with this right now. You know what? Fuck you. I'm just going to take this baby, and I'm going to raise it to be the most kick-ass baby of all time. Fuck you. Being an asshole. I mean, come on. Who throws a fucking baby? The chieftain's like, obviously me. So, basically what happened is that this belt peddler, his name is Philip. So Philip takes this baby and goes, I don't know what the fuck to do with this goblin child. How do I raise a goblin child? So he goes out to the tavern, starts drinking and everything like that, and goes, "Hey, I got a fucking goblin baby. Anybody know how to raise this shit?" And this old goblin lady walks up, and she goes, "Fuck yeah, I know how to do it." And he goes, "Alright, cool. Come over here. Come over here. I'm gonna marry your ass. I'm gonna raise this fucking baby." She looks at him and is like, Are you proposing to me? Did I stutter? I guess okay. Fine. Later on, they get married. And they actually are married for over 70 years, which is actually quite astounding. And turns out that Philip becomes actually a very wealthy belt peddler, makes a whole entire corporation out of it, has about 15 different factories, and is actually one of the top leaders in belt makers. Now, the old ass goblin somehow is still fucking alive. I don't know how. Turns out she took a potion of immortality and said fuck it to death and hasn't died. Now, Levy, on the other hand, does not want to become a belt peddler because she's like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to be a belt peddler. I want to do something cool, something fucking awesome. You know what? I'm going to become a rogue. I'm going to be a thief. And the funny part is, Levy, she has it all. She can literally do whatever she wants because literally everyone has a belt that was made by her dad. So there's no way that she does not have money. But she's like, fuck it, I'm going to go and have fun and become a thief. Dad was not approving. Dad was pretty pissed. Philip was like, you get your fucking ass back here and you're going to learn how to make fucking belts and then you're going to rule this fucking world because we are going to rule the world through belts. That's how it works. And basically, she's very pissed and she's like, you know what? Fuck this. She runs away from home. She hops on the nearest ship that she can find and just fucking goes. She just fucking goes.
Here, I will tell you this, funny enough, now that you said that, with how the DM was doing it, it's just found her as a stowaway and it kind of just worked out.
Perfect.
So you're actually back to track.
Fuck yeah. See? Amazing storyteller right here.
Yeah,
so
that worked. Yeah, that worked.
So basically, right after that, she goes, okay, I need to figure out how to become the best thief I can be. And you know what? I need to find a crew. I'm going to make a crew. I'm going to become the top thief ever. I'm going to show my dad. And you know what? He loves those belts so damn much. I'm going to steal as many of those fucking belts as I can so I could show him up. Fuck him.
Now, do you want context for how the character is being played right now for something funnier?
Go for it.
You might be humored by this.
Go for it.
Not found a single belt. She just has the one that she has still. No one has dropped belts. No one.
Holy hell. She's
They've just
fucking
been on-
yeah. She sucks at stealing belts. She tried to steal belts off of people that are just walking around. They're like, "The fuck you doing?" And it's like, nothing." And it's just like, "What the fuck? You try to steal my belt? You know how much I paid for this damn belt? Do you know who made this belt?" And it's just like, and every time she hears that, she just gets more and more aggravated. But later on, solemnness hits. She starts missing home. Like, damn that dad, but I miss them.
I hate
Then-
how part of this actually is working out because they've been, for character-wise, they've been on the island for a good bit of time. That
Yeah.
plot isn't even finished, so it's just
Yeah, and then one day she walks through a belt shop. She sees the guy behind the counter crying. And she's like, "What the fuck? Why are you crying on shift, dumbass? Come on. Don't do that. If you're gonna cry, at least cry in the back room. I mean, now you're gonna make me ask what's going on, and I don't really want to do that."
That's kind of awkward, and frankly,
Yeah.
we don't do awkward here.
I mean, this is kind of awkward. I mean,
You're ruining the vibe.
bitch, don't kill my vibe. And then the belt salesman looks up and goes, I just can't, man. And she looks at him and is like, "Well, first off, I'm not a man. Fuck you. Second of all, what do you mean you can't?" And he goes, "He's fucking dead, man. He's fucking dead." She's like, "Who the fuck is dead?" "The world's greatest belt maker, Philip, I think it was Philip. I can't fucking remember.
Philip, yeah.
Philip. Fucking smashes
Phil
like
now.
yeah. It's just like, you know that character zoom out thing where they zoom out from their face when they realize something and it goes like a fisheye. And she's like,
AKA,
"What?"
The best variation of that is, I know that sounds bad.
Yeah, I know that sounds bad. And it's just like,
And
she goes, "What the fuck?" And then ever since, she just walks around. She doesn't even try to steal belts as much because she can never replace the belt that she still has from her dad. This is the last belt that she ever had from him. And then, exactly.
she just gets a jacket out of nowhere, and that's just kind of how she is current up that she had.
Yeah, and that's how she has that belt. And then basically, later on, she'll probably hopefully find her mom, and her mom will like bestow on a new belt, like the belt that was enchanted by her dad, like his last dying breath. Did Phil commit suicide with his own belt? No, he died from old age.
No, wait, no. He tried to make that belt, went too far, died of old age while making said belt, so it has this.
No,
You
it rapidly aged him. He put so much soul and heart into it, it rapidly aged him, and his spirit is now transferred into the belt, so it's now an enchanted belt, and it actually calls a familiar, which is her dad, and her dad like whips people with belts but to cause damage. It's just like, fuck you.
Isn't that I want to just see this made? Just because, again, it also means a new outfit for her too, because the coat could actually be updated too. Because think
It's
about
just,
it.
oh my god.
It's an updated design to where it's just that.
All I can
Get
think
the
of
extra
now is
belt.
that Phil, like a ghost walking around with a fucking belt, whacking people.
You ever actually?
Phil, I choose you!
Wait, me and you both come from a type of family to where you ever just hear a belt just get whipped like once, like it's just that split
crack?
and then just click. That's just the one crack, and you already know. Oh shit, you coming?
Oh
shit.
no, it was a belt. Like, my friends, because I got the belt, but some of my friends got the electrical, the electric cord, the ping pong paddle, the shoe, anything that was around, the fucking dog. Somebody smacked their kid with a dog. No sex
Me and
needed.
my homie loved the shoe.
Honestly, I wonder what Anka's actual like background story is. But here's Anka's background story right now. You guys all fucking ready for this?
Wait. Wait. Before I go to finish this thought again, we should try to. That would be funny. We
That
gotta
would
come
be.
back to that. Do you want me to pin that? Because I feel like
Clip
that'd
it.
be a
Clip it.
pin.
But damn, I don't know too much about. Is her name actually pronounced Anka?
I believe.
I don't fucking know. Okay, so here's the backstory of Anka. What really happened with Anka? So she is actually a deity. She is actually an Egyptian deity. But the thing is that she has taken the form of a cat. Now the deal is that whenever it comes to that cat's actually super powerful, but she washed ashore on Animal Crossing's like island and everything like that. Due to her, she was going to take over the world. But something hit her. And she doesn't remember. And all of her memories are basically just, what's the word? Suppressed. Because she doesn't know. She understands that she has power. And she finds out every day that there's new power that she has. But she does not know where it comes from. Everything Egyptian, basically all of her friends are like, oh, it's just a fad. She's just doing the Egyptian thing just to basically stand out. But no, she did not. It felt right to her. And then one day while she was in her hut, just chilling. I'm not going through that part. But
I can't clip it. No.
But basically, while she was in her hut, there was something that was a knock on the door. But whenever she answered it, there was no one there. Fucking confused. She's like, what the fuck? She doesn't really talk much because most people don't understand her. She's like, fuck off, everybody. But she doesn't understand. And she goes, sits back down, chills, reads her stories, and then she hears another knock. She gets up, answers the door. Nobody fucking there. She's like, what the fuck is going on? She's looking around, trying to find the villager because obviously the villager is being an asshole and she's just walking around, like, knocking on people's doors. And she's like, I'm not about this. Fuck you. I'm not going to answer my door anymore. So she goes back and just chills again. And then the knock does not come from the door, but comes from the attic. She sits there quietly for a second and goes, the fuck is in my attic? Taking the only type of weapon she knew is her cane. She takes her cane upstairs, wielding it, ready to basically beat the shit out of whoever's in her house that's not supposed to be there. She walks up, but she sees this glowing light coming from underneath the door of the attic. She's like, what the fuck is this? She slowly opens the door, and in front of her, she sees Anubis. Yeah, didn't know I fucking knew English gods. Fuck you for not thinking I did. Fucking sees Anubis.
You said English gods?
No, Egyptian gods.
No, you said English when you said.
Oh, did I say English? Fuck, damn it.
No, I heard the mess up. That's why I'm just telling you said English, not Egyptian.
Damn it. But, okay, so she sees Anubis, and Anubis sits there eating an apple like an asshole. Who eats fucking apples? Just sitting there, be like, sup? And she goes, who the fuck are you? And he goes, don't fucking remember me? Gee, I mean, that's really rude of my girlfriend to do. And she goes, the fuck? And he goes, I'm just playing, I'm Anubis. And she goes, okay, but what the fuck are you doing here? And Anubis is like, well, it's time to come home. She goes, the fuck you mean come home? I'm home. I've been here for years. I mean, if anything, you just intruded on my home. And this is kind of bullshit, and I want you to get out of my house. And he goes, you really don't think... really don't think. You really don't remember. Seriously? She's like, no. What the fuck are you talking about? Wow, these mortals are really getting to you, aren't they? I mean, one shot and boom, you're down. I mean, come on. I thought that you were stronger than this. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Anubis leans forward and fucks her right in the forehead. Just BAM! And then everything starts slowly coming back. She realizes that she's been imprisoned on this island by Tom fucking Nook. Fuck that guy. And she's been paying money. Which money has no meaning to her because she's a fucking god. So she's like, it was Tom Nook, wasn't it? And he goes, bingo. Tom Nook is a descendant of the guy who fucked you over. And basically made it so that you were trapped on this island. It took me about 2 or 3 centuries to even be able to gain the ability to even get onto this island, because holy shit, this guy is way more strong than I thought for a fucking mortal. I mean, it's passed down from generation to generation, but it's just been absolute horse ass trying to get here. She's like, so I am a legit god. Yes. Why the fuck am I still here? Can I just snap my fingers and disappear? And he goes, you would think, but no, that's not how it works. What do you mean? Well, when we're in the mortal realm, we still have to abide by certain mortal rules. We're fucking gods. I'm not gonna abide by mortal rules. Well, you better abide by mortal rules. Why? Because the end will come if you don't. Who the fuck is the end? And then her eyes glow, and then she realizes, she sees this monstrosity, just dark cloud of death, and it devours other gods. And she goes, oh fuck. And she's like, he goes, yeah, that memory's coming back. Yeah. Remember we were trying to revolt against the end and take over the world? And he helped that ancestor of fucking Tom Nook to entrap you. You're one of the strongest gods. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, you're Anka. Everybody knows you. And it's just like, I thought Anka was just a random ass name. No, you're the Ankh. Like, the Ankh, the symbol. You are that personified. You are fucking powerful. And yeah, she just sits there and goes, holy shit, I'm that powerful? Yeah? What'd you think? I was just blowing shit out of my ass? No! So, at night, for about 4 months, they slowly try to bring back the power of Anka. But with every day, the power of the end grows stronger and stronger. Yeah, Tom Nook was hell. No, it was the ancestor of Tom Nook, but he was still basically like an asshole, just like Tom Nook. Yes, it is. It is. But guess what? We're following the villain arc, motherfucker. Because they're going to take over the fucking world. And the end is the only thing that keeps gods in check. But once the end is gone, then there's no one to keep gods in check.
This is your average isekai anime.
Fuck yeah.
Also, will that work? Because I couldn't clip it. I was too slow. Opera GX doesn't like Twitch that much.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yes. I'm gonna pin that. I'm just gonna count it as a joke for now. I will say this: you're planning on trying to get that Google Doc set up at some point, right?
Yeah. Sometime. I am a lazy mofo, though.
I will pin it. I'll just call it anything like joke ideas we have. I'm just gonna put it like that. That'll work.
Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna actually go through and color the ink lines.
I just
this
realized
took a lot longer than I was anticipating, mainly because of all the random ass stories I've been telling.
I mean, yeah, but it keeps stuff interesting.
Wait, Anka just wants to be an astronaut? I mean, she was an astronaut, you know what I mean? Oh, wow, that was really fucking, like, low tier on the fruit pole. Like, I grabbed the lowest hanging fruit on that one.
You really did. And I will say, also, side note, I just realized something funny about the pin list. One of these things is already commissioned technically now. If this goes well by Friday.
Oh, yeah. For a second there, I thought you were going to say one of these things is not like the other.
One of these things
is not like the other.
Yeah, no, that was the other thing. One of those things do not belong, Chief.
There we go. I don't know which color I like. I don't like that color.
You give me a selection. I'll just pick for you.
Oh no, I was talking about the line color.
Yeah, no, that the color you're using right now, like you're filling in right now with, looks fine. It looks better.
Yeah.
Also, side note, I just realized people still have December to look forward to.
Valid. It's on the official wiki? Seriously? Just wants to be a fucking... an astronaut. Like, out of everything in the world that she could be, she just wants to be an astronaut. Okay. I mean, makes sense, because she loves the fucking stars. Oh, no, actually... So, I did a little bit of research. So, that meme of the Ankh video, or Anka video... that originally was a parody / spoof, or like homage to -8's video.
Yeah.
Now -8, lo and behold, did you know that -8 actually has a Twitch?
Yes.
So I'm actually going to try to figure out, because I think they use Flash, like Adobe Flash, for all their animations, and apparently they animate at 60 frames per second. Which...
Do you have an idea in mind?
Oh, an idea? Oh, no. Well, yes, no, maybe, possibly. The main idea that I have is that I wanted to learn and know how they animate. Because, as a lot of people are aware, I am a copy artist. So if I can find out ways that other people do art, I can use that to help better my art. So I learn from example. So the example of that person doing different art and stuff like that via Flash and all that fun jazz. Once I learn how that works, then I can slowly learn how to incorporate / mimic the art style. Which the art style is quite simple. It's more along the lines of the animation style, which is the hardest part. Now, whenever it comes to animation styles, everyone has a completely different animation style. And even people that are trying to copy others, their animation style will actually leak through rather than having the original animator's animation style that they were trying to copy. It's really fascinating. So whenever it comes to learning how they do their animations, will actually help benefit mine whenever it comes to learning how to, well, do the same. It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Also, side note, just the realization, there's one meme I think people are going to eventually think you're going to do at some point. You know that cat dance meme that's been going on
I have
for a little
been
bit?
really debating on it. Once I get most of the commissions done.
How were you going to do that, though? Because I had an idea myself when I first started seeing this, because you could just do all your girls for your...
Oh, that would take way too long.
That would take way too long. Well, that was the first thing I thought of, but I think, nah, too long. If you had to pick one, which one would it be?
9 times out of 10, Juniper. Because honestly, whenever it comes to Juniper, everybody will probably be like, "Oh my gosh, you should totally do Juniper." Ah. I could fucking like flip the whole entire script and just have my profile picture do it. That'd be hilarious, and most people would be like,
"Wait,
what the fuck?"
You know, it'd be even funnier.
Hmm.
Have it in the way your character's already as, so it's someone just incredibly short.
Oh gosh.
I'm just partially in the background there, just baffled.
Or also, have my avatar, but dressed up as Juniper with the Virgin Killer sweater.
Yes,
and
that'd be good.
Just like
funny.
Really awkward, just like sitting there, it's like, the fuck am I doing here? And they're like, well, you make us do all this all the time. Now it's your turn. I'm like, no, fuck off.
I'm just there crunching the number. I'm just, yes.
I wonder what.
Business.
I kind of want to do a different color. Maybe a lighter color than
In
this.
any scenario when it comes to you just
Maybe
doing it
like
weird, just like the Easter thing, for example, I just see you
Would
do this, and
that
I'm just over
work?
here saying, yes, chaos.
Okay, that would actually work a lot better. Okay, that would actually work a lot better. Okay.
You
There
just
we
give all
go.
your same
There
proportions
we
as Juniper.
go. It doesn't work whenever it comes to that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't.
You should give all your characters the same proportion as Juniper's. Oh my gosh.
I think the Persona's partially almost close. Because I've seen her proportions; they're about the same.
Now
Almost.
the funny part is that
The rabbit.
originally, whenever it came to a lot of the characters, Juniper was a fun one. Okay, so, that hurt. Oh, that fucking hurt. Okay, so the fun part whenever it comes to it, a lot of people have asked me whenever it comes to Juniper's proportions and stuff like that. I've had some people go, oh, it seems like she grew and stuff like that. Okay, so here's the fun part. When it comes to drawing characters' proportions and stuff like that, I typically like to go a little bit more realistic with how the gravity works. Now, with Juniper, yeah, fuck that. With a lot of... It's funny because I'll have commissions that will come in, and people are just like, oh, I want a character that has, like, Z-cups.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, okay, Z-cups. Sounds like a plan. And they're like, okay, I want you to design a character with Z-cups. And it's like, okay, cool, that's super easy. And I'll just sit there and I go, okay, so whenever it comes to what the character's wearing, what do you want them to wear, everything like that. My favorite is whenever somebody's like, oh, I want them braless. I'm like, oh, so you want them braless? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, I could do that easy. And then I will sit there and I will send them something that looks akin to this. And they'll just sit there and go, what the hell? And I'm like, well, this would be what Z cup boobs would look like, because they would literally be pulling themselves down by their, just horribly by weight.
That's how gravity works.
That's how gravity works. And it's funny because once I do something like that, because also, technically speaking, whenever it comes to this, you have to figure out whenever it comes to there and how it would actually lay, because it would actually go more like that. There we go. And with that, if there's nothing holding it up, that's basically how it would function. And doing this so that people won't be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go flag it because he's drawing big boobs with nipples. And it's like, I'm not drawing nipples. There we go. And that's basically how it would literally fall. But the fun part is that most of the time that I do that, they always tell me, no, I want it a different way. And whenever it comes to it, the way that they would want is the way that whenever you get breast implants, how they would actually hold. So it would be more like this. Which, if they are wearing a push-up bra or anything like that, makes sense. Or also, if they had a boob job or anything like that, makes sense. But it's always fun to do that, because I know I always go in with the assumption that I'm going to have to redo the design in a way so that it would incorporate that. But it's always still fun to me. Because even at that, breasts that do hang that low are still breasts. They're still awesome, but still, in the same breath, it's always funny that it's more akin to this that most people are typically looking for. Now, if she was wearing just like, say, a dress that held it up like this, it is quite possible. But you would be having a lot of stress marks in that dress. And also, did you know that there's also boob tape that you can use? Now, boob tape...
I have heard about it. Yeah, I was just saying I heard about it.
Yeah, boob tape actually can go right up here, and you can tape it up so it pulls it up. It's actually really fascinating. There are so many fascinating things whenever it comes to it. It's ridiculous. But also, the downside is that whenever it comes to all the different problems when it comes to big boobs, because good golly, there are a ton, especially whenever it comes to back pain. There is so much back pain. It is just horrible. Or also whenever it comes to... I'll do other rants later. But yeah.
I would ask this as well.
¿Qué pasa?
Because I actually never asked. Because I was always curious. Where did your design philosophy with my persona mostly has gone through? Mine's like the inputs I've given. Where did your philosophy of actually improving it come into play?
That is a good question.
I've been curious for a long time.
Now let's take a small trip down memory lane. Let's see. My foot just fell asleep. Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
let's see.
So we're almost 8:40. You don't have session today, so we can actually go for a bit.
Oh, I'm about to actually head off soon so I can go and get something to eat, because I've only eaten once today.
So you're only going for flat 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, that's bad. That's a good.
What?
That's a good.
Where's my early stuff? Oh, my early stuff is probably underneath the PNG thing. Where is that at? Because I have designed way too many characters. Good gosh, I've designed a lot of characters.
Mainly why I'm asking about mine, because I know with how you've drawn me over the last few years, you've mainly based it more on how you do your main characters plus yourself.
Because it's easier whenever it comes to that. Now, whenever it comes to style, I mean, most people, whenever they ask me to draw a character, typically they want it in a certain style. I'm a copy artist. I copy whatever style that somebody needs, and that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But whenever it comes to other people's characters and everything like that, whenever they want me to design something, I will actually go and find different references that they are looking at, and they go, oh, these are the references that I want, and the ones that I could find whenever it comes to yours was more chibi-based. And whenever it comes to chibi-based, my main character that I use, is actually more influenced by Scotty Young, and also the guy that made Calvin Hobbes, Mr. Watterson, if I remember.
That's why it stayed around that same design with you and everyone else.
Yeah, so I go kind of do with the cutesy feel, and also whenever it comes to it, you ask closer to my characters and stuff like that, or closer to that design frame. And also,
True.
The one thing that I actually am surprised that not many other people really do as much, but the way that I draw my eyes. So whenever it comes to the eyes that I make, if you notice, every time that I draw eyes, especially female eyes, is that you go here and you have a reverse teardrop.
Yeah.
Now, whenever it comes to the reverse teardrop, originally, whenever I was doing a lot of different female designs and stuff like that, I used to go with long eyelash or tons of tiny eyelashes. And I was just trying to find something that would work for me. I mean, I tried this and this. I have tried the whole slew things. I even tried like the circles. And I was like, they just don't feel right to me. And one day I just did this, and it just stuck.
I will say this as well. Boop. Now that I think about it, especially now that, at least with how I am represented with you as much as you are.
There we go.
It's kind of a good thing that I've always stayed in the style that you have everything else, because it just feels like they're always consistent.
Yep, and that's whenever it comes to no matter what whenever it comes to a good chunk of artists, even with me being a copy artist, there is still a hint of my style in everything that I draw. And whenever I'm just drawing stuff for myself or for people that I know and stuff like that, typically I'm drawing a little bit quicker. And whenever I'm doing it quicker, I fall back hard into my style because it's something that I know, something I don't really have to think about, and it's a lot easier for me. And that's what goes into doing a lot of these different things. Now, the things that a lot of people don't see me draw, but I do draw, are these doodles right here, which are still heavily into my style, but also in the same breath, if you look at it, they also are in a style that's closer to akin to I Hate Fairyland or Scotty Young, whenever it comes to just random chibis. Now, whenever I try to do my characters, like actual characters, I try to go more into the realm of Tyson Hesse and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just one of those things. And the big eyebrows that I've always given myself actually kind of derived from a joke that my eyebrows were big. And I can't even remember who even made that joke. It was so long ago that it didn't even really matter. And
I think I remember talking about it because I remember it was when I knew you, so it has to be at least a few years ago.
yeah. And whenever it comes down to it, I mean, the whole entire short thing as well. I mean, I'm 5'6", and I just draw myself really freaking short because, I mean, for the longest time, that was one thing that I was known for, was because a lot of people were taller than me growing up, and I'm just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna be short. And it's funny because I've actually had people find me at cons, and they go, wow, you're actually taller than I was expecting. I was like, how tall did you think I fucking was? And they're like, oh, I don't know, like 4 foot. I was like, no, that's my mom.
Then you stare at your secretary, 6'1".
Exactly. And that's a cool. Also, when it comes to Arrow, that's the cool part about it. You can you can just say screw realism and do whatever you want. And that's kind of what I did with Juniper, because screw realism, give the people what they want, and have fun. And
Sorry, I will say this overall, and especially with how you already know how I love your style to death. I have always been more enjoyable of keeping to your style of work or your art style in general, because it just feels right. Like I talked about this before. You're probably the most enjoyable like artist I've ever been around.
well,
Well, not
thank
even
you.
just enjoyable. Well, you already know how close I think we are. We've known each other for about almost 7 years.
Mhm.
When it comes to that though, you've just done it. You've represented me the best. Plus, you've actually seen me just evolve. How you've actually done my character just as we evolved it over the years has been really good. We've done a good job with the concept.
And that's the fun part whenever it comes to characters. I mean, they constantly evolve. And especially if you're using one as an avatar, I mean, that character will continuously evolve with you until, well, the end of time. Because humans continuously evolve, humans continually change. I mean, the biggest thing that changes with my character is, well, more bags under his eyes, and his goatee sometimes disappears.
I think the major change so far that we had is just I remember the hair used to be longer, then it got completely short to represent mine closer, and then the highlights ran last.
Exactly. Now, whenever it comes to,
I honestly forgot about the finger gloves. I kind of forget I have them on my main design.
valid.
But now that I know they're there, I actually thought of something that would be cute for it. You know how there's like particular finger gloves like that where there's a little paw on the bottom half?
Mm-hmm.
Doing that. Because Rabbit.
Valid.
I think that would just be a cute addition. Or just on the top of it. Like something that would actually just when you see it, you know, yeah, that's her. That's about right.
Mallet. Oh gosh. Doing a mall for his yawn.
With how stuff has
I
been.
want to actually make his mouth a lot bigger. Let's do
I will
this way.
I will say this, I met you around the time you actually joined. So if it's been about that long, because you came on in 2017. So yeah, it's been at least 6. Next February will be when we had another friend anniversary to 7.
Dang.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Yes, it has.
There we go.
The fact I've been consistent for this long is very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I figure you went straight to streaming and probably didn't eat. So.
Oh, thank you. What is
Now
that
you
on
don't have
top?
to get up.
Egg on top of like teriyaki noodles, and then an open faced like toast with cheese and a veggie burger.
Veggie burger. I was trying to figure out what that was. Oh.
I just had a ham and cheese. That's all I had.
Ham and cheese is good too.
I am.
Thank you, love.
Do you want to know how much I weigh? Because this is actually kind of funny, and most people get very surprised by this for me being as tall as I am. Can you guess? Can you guess? how much I weigh?
130.
150. I am average weight for a woman. Yeah.
Dang. The funny part is, I used to be 150 for a long time. And then, randomly, I went from 150 to 170. It was almost like it was overnight. Downside is,
Metabolism hits you
cannot
like a
figure
brick.
out where it went.
Metabolism hits you like a brick sometimes.
Well, the thing is that I can't find where it went. Where the fuck did all of it go? Like,
It paid rent and left.
apparently, it makes no sense. It's just like, oh, here's 107, like, you gained 20 pounds. I'm like, where?
It's a Monopoly card.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I think it went to my shoulders for some odd reason.
It might have. That would.
It pisses me off. I can't fit into my old Deadpool costume because of it, so... Fuck that. I just realized I gave him Garfield feet. I gave him Garfield feet. He has Garfield feet.
Oh, that's funny.
Garfield the frog.
He hates Fridays.
Yeah, he does.
It's just Garf. It's just called Garf.
Did you know that Beast Boy's real name is Garfield?
No.
Yep. Garfield is his real name.
Also, side note. Would you like to know some random news? That just happened like 21 minutes ago.
That's kind of concerning.
You know who Coolio is?
Did Coolio die?
Coolio did die.
Fucking Coolio died?
He did die, yes. He died today.
Are you
18.
fucking kidding me?
59.
How the fuck did he die?
I was about to check that, and when I saw Gangster's Paradise trending, I was wondering, why is this trending? And I just go, oh. Heart attack.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh my gosh. That is fucking ridiculous. Man, that hits kind of home.
Yeah, no, I saw that, and it's just, I didn't know if I should share, because it's just a conversation topic, but at the same time, I love that man's music. That man's music's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Just a shame to see him go.
What was, like, the weird thing that he got caught with? And he used to do Hotel Transylvania, but he got caught with something. Can't remember what it was, though.
Drugs probably of some kind.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Coolio. Let's be honest here. Man was a walking drug cartel.
Yeah.
I mean, he single-handedly kept the drug cartel going during COVID, probably. But golly, I'm gonna miss him. Oh, he was so cool too.
Yeah, it was. That's a
Only
shame.
50?
59. He was about to turn 60. I think.
He was
like,
about to turn. Oh. Hot damn! Are you kidding me?
Hold up. August 1st. No, he just turned 59.
That's a dick move. That is a dick move. I wonder if I can. No, he's just gonna have Garfield feet.
Because the trend I had in my thing was Rest in Paradise, and I was wondering, who did this? Who did this?
Who did this? Who did this? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Damn it. Well, another one bites dust. First we lose the Queen. Now we lose Coolio. I swear if somebody's going after Snoop, I'm going to throw rocks. Nobody touches Snoop Deal Double G. Did you know Snoop was actually on the... Oh, what was it? There was a TV show that had a kid and his snake, like pet snake. Can't remember.
Craig, yeah.
Yeah, he was on that.
Yeah, I know.
And holy hell, he dropped some mad bars.
He got insulted so hard he had to drop mad bars. He was that mad.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, that was my thing loading. I was about to say, I hope it didn't crash. No, we're still good. We still grew it. So to double check, all pins are done.
Alrighty. There we go.
Whenever the next major commission thing comes, we can start getting that sheet together. Because I realized that now that I will have both the information you get for your new comms, I'll have everything in order so I can give people proper timing.
Biscuits. There goes my back. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, I think we should probably end the stream right now so I can actually eat my food.
Yeah.
May you all have a great day. Stay safe. And remember, concept art. Fucking difficult. Yes. Indubitably.